Everyone, guess what? I got my dream Marshall. So, I finally got a JVM. Yay! Um, I had a DSL and a TSL, and every time I saw those and played those amps, I was like, I really just wish I could afford a JVM. Well, now's the time, and I finally got one for a great deal, and I got one that's 100 watts, JVM 210H. This is one hell of an amp. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the controls first, and then I'll let you guys hear it. But it is a two-channel amp with three individual modes, so green, orange, and red, and they have two like channels as they switch. So on and off, standby, of course. Your programming for your foot switch, which we'll get to. Effects loop button, master, master 2, master 1, residence, presence, OD, and clean and crunch reverb, which actually is it's probably my favorite reverb out of all the Marshall amps. It is my favorite reverb out of all the Marshall amps. And you have your clean crunch and your overdrive. Now, volume, bass, middle, treble, gain. And it's the same for overdrive. Now, the cool thing is the switch, clean, crunch, crunch. Well, it's like clean, kind of dirty, crunch, and then crunch, and more crunch, or overdrive. But yeah, that's the front. And let's go to the back. The back is pretty simple. Yeah, it does everything you need. You got your MIDI in and through, which I am not doing because that's just way too much with me. Your foot switch input, your line out, emulate out, which if you want to use like to go record or go through the system in the whenever you record or play live, you can use that as a speaker simulator, which I wouldn't really recommend. Bypass active for power amp in and return, and then your serial and parallel effects loop. I can't say that right. And then your Marshall drive switch, which is like pushed in, or not drive switch, sorry, dry and wet mix for an effects return. And then you got your ohms, which does all the kind of ohms you would ever need. So that's that, and now I'm going to show you how it sounds. Okay, what I forgot else to mention is it takes 4 EL34s and 5 12AX7 tubes. Not a lot for 100 watts, which that's kind of a Marshall thing. They actually make, you really push those tubes. And another thing I forgot to mention too. So this is your foot switch. And it is quite confusing for me. To anyone else that's really techie and loves to read, this is cool. But this is as technical as I would ever get for an amp for me, for personal use that I would use. So you can actually program these effects, or I mean the channels. So say for instance you want to do clean, and I want to have the master and reverb and effects on right whenever I do it. How I programmed it is I hit all these on, and then I hit program, and then I did this, and then it saved it to it. There's many of those. If you ever want to find out how to actually program it, I can maybe show you in a later video. It's quite confusing, but it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Just for me, it takes a long time. But so what I did is I actually, and you can make this 1 channel, 2 channel, 3 channel, and then, or no, you can do 1 channel, 2 channel, and then master and reverb, and just have it be like that. But I actually like when you can go and hit all three channels, and then your master on, and then your reverb on, and then you get to choose whether or not your effects are on. But it's a very cool feature because when you're playing live, you actually have 6 individual amp gain like channels. So it's just like my Hewden Kettner, which I never knew. And to think that the 410H is 2 more sets of 3, which makes 6 more channels, it makes this thing just way too confusing for me, and I'm really glad that I actually got a 210 because I originally wanted a 410 because it just seems like the best one, and that's way too much for me. But anyways, so that being said, I'm playing a Schecter with EMG 89s, I believe. And we're going to play through the clean channel first. And let's see. Take my standby off. And I'm going through a B52, that cabinet that I said is just a really good deal in my other videos. And it has one vintage 30 in it. But so there's a clean channel, and then without reverb. And your reverb actually is quite impressive. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. That's all the way up. And yeah, it doesn't need any editing or anything. It just sounds good. So, your clean channel. Now we're going to go to the crunch channel. And like, these are my settings right now. Volume. So yeah, very simple. So that's your clean. And you'll hear this one gets a little bit dirtier, and that's where this volume comes into play. So I already like that channel a lot. It sounds like basically putting a tube screamer through a clean channel, and that's what it sounds like. Then you go to the red. Now this is considered crunch on still the clean channel on the clean. Turn that reverb off a little bit. Very simple stuff. And then your reverb is actually different on the overdrive. I'll explain. So, oops, sorry, I did the wrong one. Like, it sounds, I mean, I think that's just because it's on drive. It just, I like it. Now I'm going to take the gain all the way up on this channel, and this is still the clean channel, and you can still hear what it sounds like. Like, that alone is already like hitting your hard rock. So just this and alone is already a great amp. And then when you go to the other stuff, so now we're going to go to the green channel on the overdrive channel. And these are my settings. Volume. And these are the presence and resonance. So turn that up a little bit. So now this is what I was saying, your reverb is actually different. It's kind of weird, but now that's a lot tighter than the clean channel. Like, if we go back to the other channel, that's the considered clean channel and the crunch channel, and then this is the overdrive one. Like, I could see where I can use both of those. This one's like a spongier fat crunch, like classic Marshalls, and then this one's a lot tighter. Kind of like, it reminds me of like a JVM210H. Now, we're going to go to the orange channel. So now we just bumped it up some. Oh shit. Forgot. My master wasn't. Now here's your overdrive channel, the reddest channel, the heaviest channel. So yeah, and then that's with reverb, without it. So if I go through, and then that's a clean channel. Orange, red. So yeah, very awesome amp. The leads on this is actually why I got it. So like if I did, I'm gonna go on the orange channel, hit some reverb on. Very, very good amp. I've wanted this amp for a very long time, and I know it's kind of old. They probably should be coming out with a new one pretty soon. But yeah, this is as digital as I would ever get with as far as the board and everything. But this amp is great. I think this is literally more than what anyone else would need, and it can definitely play like very chugging metal. Like if I take the reverb off. I think it can do that. It definitely has a little bit more of a spongy effect because it's Marshall, but I think that's a good thing. It's not as compressed as like 655, but this amp can definitely get metal, and I like it a lot, and I think you guys should check it out. I'm not doing no sales pitch for anyone. This is just an amp that I liked, and I finally got, and now you get to see. But yeah, if there's any more you guys want to see on this amp, yeah, I'll do it. I'll definitely be using this a lot more too. And I'm going to be taking it to the studio pretty soon to see if it's going to hold up to that Huden Kettner. But yeah, check out my other videos. I do many other gear reviews, and yeah, that's it. My Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that shit's below. So have a great day. Keep playing guitar. Oh, and join my guitar club called Guitarist Till Death on Facebook. It's a good community of all positive musicians that are only there to lift other people up and help you get your questions answered. It's an awesome community. No negativity. Love it. Keep that shit going. And yeah, see ya.